This video is about an ex-lock model, lock influencer, who got his locks done too often and too tight. And this is the damage he sustained to his scalp and follicles. Please watch this video. Blessings everyone, this is Yanni, the only lockologist. So today I have Charles. It's early morning. Sorry if I'm talking a bit slow and my voice sounds husky. I have a horrible migraine, and two, my voice gets very coarse now because you guys know what I have now. But anyway, so if I sound a little hoarse, forgive me. Anywho, so this is Charles, and the reason why I want to post this video is years ago I met someone like him, and it was like deja vu, and I just told him the lady's exact situation. So if you look, Charles has a beautiful head of hair, right? It's very thick. I'm mad that I didn't start this video before I did the back of his hair, but this is what happened with Charles. Lean back for me, King. Thank you. All right, this is what happened with Charles, right? So before I talk about this situation, I'm going to just ask Charles some questions, and this video is for anyone with locks who is thinking about making the mistakes Charles make. But most importantly, right now the lock community is a booming one, and a lot of people, I know it's slowed down due to COVID, but a lot of people do shows, their models and stuff like that, right? This was one of the lock models many of you would have been looking at in the past, few years? Is that correct to say? Right. Here on Fleek. And I'm sure it look amazing. I would like to see some of his pictures, but I have an idea, right? And this is what getting your hair done too often, too tight. I'm not even mentioning the techniques because they're all bad for your hair, right? And this is what happened. He does not have baldness in his family. So the people who's going to say, oh, it must be going alopecia, not alopecia, sorry, male pattern baldness, is not that in his case. I ask him all the questions. Very healthy young man, very fit, works out. He say, Yanni, other than water, it's cranberry juice I drink, no medication, no pre-existing medical condition. So we ruled out all the variables that could be, all right, what's wrong with you, all right? This was done to him, okay? So Charles, I'll just turn you to the side. In fact, let me turn you so they could keep an eye on it. You can leave me out. How long have you been growing your locks?
Say about 11 to 12 years.
11 to 12 years. So you are a lock model. Explain that. What is a lock model? And you can speak up just a little bit.
Well, basically, was not only but lock modeling. It's just modeling.
Modeling, period.
Yeah,
right.
period.
Okay.
So, but my hair was one of the pointers of of my looks. So, every time I used to do mohawks or everything, right. Coloring, the bleaching, every week it was a different color.
So and that's the first thing you mentioned as soon as you sat in Jimmy's chair. You said, when we asked you what it was, you say it was bleaching.
Yeah.
So you had different, they stripped
colors.
Hair and then, okay.
Yes.
And how often were you getting that done?
This, with the bleaching, it was about probably every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then my hair, the styles every week.
Every week you were getting that done. Okay. At what point did you realize something was wrong?
When I was looking at some pictures, how thick my hair was, and then I saw, I'm like, oh, my hair's fading.
Right.
And then I had to say, you know what, enough is enough.
Okay. And what happened? How did you feel when you touched it, or you actually saw?
Yeah, I actually touched it, and I feel, I actually touched it, and actually a friend of mine brought to my attention, like, yo, he was over my head, and he's like, yo, doing, y'all go ball, no.
Right.
And I said, oh shit.
And that's how you found out. Okay. So let me tell you guys my story with a client. And when I was telling him, it's just the only difference with him and the other lady. The other lady is older, and this was years ago before I was even with Jimmy. So everything I telling him what the lady told me, he's like, yeah, she was telling the truth. So years ago, before I was with Jimmy, like as I said, I met this lady. Let's call her Marie. Beautiful, beautiful energy, beautiful sister, okay? And I'm not trying to be funny. You guys know I make jokes and stuff, but you could tell by the tone, this is one of my serious videos. She was like what I call a Shaolin monk. I like Jet Li and all that. Some of you have watched movies like that. I like it, right? And where there's no hair around here, unlike Charles here, there's no hair around here, and she just had locks in the middle. I think that lady had maybe, I don't want to lie, nothing more than 40 locks left, like 35 to 40 locks, and they were like the size of pencils, and all this was shiny, gone. At first, I really thought it was a style. There are people who do styles. I have seen mohawk locks. I've seen all type. And what she explained to me, and this is where this knowledge is, because there's somebody being a model or a lock model, influencer, whatever, and you need to hear this. She said, Yanni, years ago when all these lock shows, she's a little older than me, actually a lot older at the time. She said, all these lock shows that they now have, she said, I was like the pioneer model in that. I was one of the original models. She said, what do you call them? Loctician, hair professionals, whatever word you want to use for them, they will be fighting for my hair because each one of them, they want to, show their trade, show their craft, whatever the case may be. She said, and it got to a point where I loved the attention. She said, when I know if you go into beauty supply stores, you will see those books, those magazines where it has the lock models and natural hair and braids. She said, I was in those magazines. So even if it wasn't a show, it was photo shoots. She said it got to a point, I think she had like a government job. And I think she was a receptionist at the time. She said, like what the gentleman said, every Monday, she said it wasn't just the lock shows and the photography and all of that. She said, I craved the attention, got addicted. She said, and they will come from other departments just to see my hair. Because like the young man said, Charles said, I had the mohawk, the color, everything. I had no clue what was going on. To tell you how long ago this was, it wasn't when I was doing videos. Because I asked, I said, how did you find me then? Back in the day, and the original people who subscribed to me remember when I was on Instagram. I'm not even on Instagram no more. My account just exists. I don't even use it. Right? Back when I was on Instagram, I used to do blogs. Just like how I talk, I explained everything in my blogs. And that's how she found me. She said, I read a blog one day, you talking about traction alopecia. And I started to read, I realized, oh my God, just like him. She said, one day a light went on, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm bored. Sorry, you guys know I get out of breath now. And I was explaining this to Charles, and Charles said, yeah, you said you liked the attention that you were getting.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. At some point, like he said, Yanni, when I saw your video talking about people will take your money and not tell you his case, I'm sure he got his hair done for free most cases, but there were times where he had to pay. They're not going to tell you you're going thin. You're going to just, if you're a model, if you don't feel it for yourself, like, oh shit, I lost my hair, what I had 5 years ago, I don't have it anymore, right? Then you're going to stop, like what Charles did and the other lady did. Or they're going to stop calling you because they realize, oops, he going bald. Let me, yeah, this will be his last show. Let me, you understand? Let me, okay, you'll be all right. Get up. And that's the last call you're going to get, right? You guys have to be aware of what's happening to your hair. You have to be aware of it. You have to examine your hair. If you, once a week, you get your hair done, that is insane in the membrane. Right? No one should be doing that. I don't care what job you are doing. It is going to pull on your hair. Traction alopecia is the #1 cause for black people, both men and women. Back in the day, it used to be just women because women using braids and all of that. Now, men can get it, right? Case in point right here. So please, just stop. I said something in a video, I think I posted a video, I can't remember, I have hundreds of videos, some I haven't even posted yet. The power lies in your hand. You have the money, right? Anybody telling you that yesterday, guys, I'd step back. Yesterday, one of my clients came, I was too tired of these migraines to post a video. That girl was my client from Georgia. When I met her, her locks were right here. Hi, Jaleesa. She would leave my call. And Jaleesa's locks is right past her bra strap. Actually, it's like on the top of her butt, her sink in her back. And she said, Yanni, there's never a time somebody's like, oh my God, I want you for my lock show. And she said, listen, nobody touched my head but this girl. And it's not because of me. She said, no. She said, you're not pulling because she is a loctician's or a lock influencer or hair professional's dream. She has a lot of locks. She said, I have that here that if you pull it too tight, it's going to fall out. Guys, you gotta stop. This young man, and he's very tall, even with his mask, you can see he's a handsome brother. The fact he was modeling, yeah, well, yeah, I'd be handsome to be modeling, right? Right? Right. I just said, right? So I assume he handsome. I can only assume. COVID, you don't know what people look like no more. You might pull your mask off and got like one tooth for toothache. And I'm like, how the hell are you modeling? You know? But you guys might still have to talk shit. I wouldn't be Yanni if I didn't talk some shit. Right. Right? Stop this. So here what we're going to do. The only thing he's doing that I personally do not like, and it's not like it's in a bad way, is that because of my medical background, I know about it, is he went to a doctor and his doctor told him use Rogaine with minoxidil, right? The thing with Rogaine, most people do not know, and doctors don't tell you that. It does work. He said this was shiny. Rogaine is what created the what I call the fuzzies, right? Which is good. That means follicles are still alive, so hair could come out. Right. The thing with Rogaine is, and for those of you who don't know, you get it at any pharmacy. Right. It's like a foam. Is it still in foam form?
Yes, still in foam form.
And he didn't know this, but I told him the day you stop using Rogaine because you can't afford it, I think it's expensive. When I used to work as a pharmacy tech, I remember that. When you stop using it, all the hair that grow falls out. So it's something you have to keep using for the rest of your life. Okay? That's what I don't like Rogaine for. I can't tell him to stop using it because he's been using it for 2 months. And the fact that he's seen this, if he didn't see results, I would tell him stop using it ASAP. But he has to stop. He has to keep, I don't want him to lose his ear. And then we have to start back over with what I will tell him to do, right? What I like with him, he's very, if you guys look, you'll see at some point, look at these locks. Look how, just imagine this. If he had met me before he went into his modeling thingy, you know, you can imagine how I would have had his hair looking. But they say when you know better, you do better. Okay, so what I like with him, he's already low maintenance. He said, Yanni, I have made a complete 360. I guess he did it before he even found me. He said, I stopped getting it done. I stopped overwashing. I stopped all of that. And then how did you find me?
I was surfing on the YouTube, and then
that's where
you just popped up.
What message would you give somebody who's going through or on the verge of being a lock model and they're watching this video right now? What would you tell them?
Just take care of your hair and just look and don't do these crazy styles. I'm telling you, it's this is your crown, so
yep.
You know you have to take care of it.
All right, guys. So just don't. I can't preach this enough. You know, there are people still out there that just want to be negative when I post these things. We here and I was just talking about it, and you don't realize that I'm really trying to help you. Why would I tell Charles he has a good job? He came driving a nice car. I saw it on the camera. And why would I tell Charles his hair is falling out when I can still get that money? Because the day I tell Charles his hair falling out, he gonna stop. The gravy train gonna run dry. Because I getting it, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
That's what's happened.
Yeah.
I'm getting that money every week. Let's say Charles here is $70 a retwist and a style. I just call it an average, but I think that's the price people charge.
100.
100, right. Okay, in some cases I've seen,
Yeah.
But multiply that by 4, because it's 4 to 5 weeks in a month. You understand? I had a lady the other day say, why your price is high, which my prices are actually not high. Most people are shocked by my prices. I guess she was the odd one out, And I didn't even have time. First of all, that's fucking disrespectful. You wouldn't go buy a Prada shoe or whatever and ask the person why their prices are that high. Only black people do that to other black people, right? And we don't charge extra for anything. We don't, for the wash, if you've met me, you know this for a fact. The things we do, Jimmy gave him a follicle stimulator. I have to give him another one, a completely different one to boost the follicles out. Nothing. From antifungal wash, if the person here is long, a lock bath, detox, whatever the person needs, it's included in their price. Not only that, so let's say a client here is whatever price that I charge, right? My prices is where we have clients who come every 3 months because you work every 3 months. We have clients that come every 6 months. We have clients that we see every 9 months or every once a year. You could save money, just your change jar. And you could, at the end of the 3 months, you could afford me and Jimmy. That's how cheap I am, right? And he was paying hundreds of dollars every week. You see the point I'm trying to make, bro? right? And I'm not saying that to promote you all to come to me. That's not what I'm saying. We're trying to cut this back. This was not a plug-in like, oh yeah, wow, yeah, I need you. No, that's not what I'm doing here. All right? What I'm saying is you're paying people to snatch your hair out. And you're paying them good money. You understand? That's what I was just saying. Okay? So, take care of your hair. Be mindful of the pulling, the snatching, the styling. Like he said, bleaching. That part shocked me. I didn't expect that from him. I expected a woman to say that. But I guess as a model, and he's a dancer too, so he had to be on fleek. You have some of them pictures left?
Yes.
I want to see it. Because I nosy like that. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see what was worth this happening. I want to see it. All right? I don't know everybody like, we want to see it too. No, you wouldn't be seeing it. Unless he covers his face, I wouldn't put him out there like that. All right? So, guys, take care of your hair. All right? Be blessed. Ashe.